I'm a child of the 80s. I grew up in the Dungeons and Dragons era with a love of castles and towers and secret passages. Now the Castle Climbing Centre here has it all. I believe it's one of the quirkiest climbing centres in the world. And I'm very privileged to have with me one of the founders and CEO of the castle, Steve. Welcome.
Welcome.
He's kindly agreed to climb with me today and show me some of the castle's secrets along the way. Should we go in?
Yeah, let's go. It was originally built as a water pumping station and it was commissioned in 1856 as it was decommissioned in 1955 and it had been mothballed ever since. We moved in here in 1995. At that point it had been derelict for 40 years. So this lower building, it's called the boiler house.
Yeah.
It originally had 16 steam boilers in it and 5 of them are still here. They're tucked away behind the climbing walls now, but we can see them. We kept them because we didn't have a choice. It's part of the listing of the building. It's a very difficult building to manage because obviously it's very old. Bits of it fall off occasionally. It was never really designed to be waterproof, never mind energy efficient. Probably the ends of these walls would have been open to allow some ventilation, so it was really just a shed. They weren't too worried if a bit of rain came through.
That must have been an absolute nightmare to transform this place.
It's been an uphill struggle, yes.
Earlier you told me you had a background in civil engineering.
Yeah.
Did that come into it a lot? Did you use it?
Well, it's been very helpful just in terms of project management.
Cool, shall we do some climbing?
Let's. Generally speaking, the green are V1 to V2, but they're pretty gentle. I'd probably warm up on the greens. But we don't set entirely in circuits like other bouldering centres you might be used to.
I love all this infrastructure. I love like these artifacts and things. Do you know what this used to be?
Well, this Goliath gantry crane was actually installed in the 1950s. After it was decommissioned as a water pumping station, they had 4 emergency diesel generators here. When we came in here, the crane was still here.
Yeah.
But all that was left of the generators was the plinths that they used to sit on.
That looks good. What was that one like?
It was fine once you got going, but the start was actually quite hard. They're good holes once you get going.
Oh, I see. Hang on.
Yeah, exactly.
V1. Oh,
Nice.
V1 if you're tall.
The reds have been specifically designed to be that sort of eye-catching, fun, but not too hard.
Oh, this is V1 and I'm finding it scary.
Yay, great.
Oh, that was quite spicy.
We can have a quick look at the original boilers. So that's what the public can see.
Oh wow, you can see it really well.
We can actually go in behind and see the whole thing if you want. These are 2 of the original steam boilers. At the time when this was built, this was very much on the outskirts. It was surrounded by fields and there's a reservoir just behind us. Then the water was pumped into pipes and out to the rest of London. So the boilers are down here to generate the steam, to drive the steam engine, and then the top building was where the engines were. Virtually all the lights in this building are automatic. In terms of sustainability, you see the lights we've installed, we've had those for about 10 years. They're LED lights, but they also sense movement, so they only come on when there are people in the area, and they also sense light levels. So when there's enough daylight, they dim down, using only as much energy as you need to. We reckon that uses about 40% of the energy we were using before. Should we go upstairs?
Yeah. Where are we now?
Well, we just call this very originally the mezzanine. Because as it is. So these are the traverse boulders. They're very popular for people to warm up on. There's a couple of them. One's purple and one's green, so they're nicknamed Lust and Envy.
I wondered, I'd seen that earlier.
They're looking a bit old and careworn, so we're going to get one big boulder to replace the two. We've got the Catacomb, which is a bit different. The lights will come on. The greens are probably the easiest thing in here. The ones that run from all the way from one end to the other are hard.
I'm not very good at overhangs. Yeah.
Nice.
That wasn't meant to happen.
Once your feet come off, it gets really hard, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna get off.
That's it. Nice.
I think I might have to give up. I'm out. Would you like a go for fun?
Oh, go on then. All the bouldering areas get reset every 7 weeks. Well, roughly speaking, we've got more than 7 bouldering areas, so there'll be more than one a week being set.
Nicely done. Yeah, somewhat smoother than me.
I can't do anything much harder than that in here, to be honest. They get pretty stiff pretty quickly. When we first opened, all of the climbing was in the engine house upstairs, and this was pretty much empty. Because we wanted to use the full height here, we got permission to remove 4 of the beams to create the wider spaces for the leading areas. Those are still stored on site. We couldn't cut them up and throw them away. They're still here, hidden. So these are our biggest lead walls, formed through these 2 apertures that we formed through the building by taking out the beams. So we've got this side, we've got this pedestal in the middle.
Of course, so you were working around the structure, you didn't just decide to put an arch in.
No, you can see the continuation of these beams here carry on through. So we've wrapped the climbing wall around them. Some fairly serious roots up there, 13 metres high.
What I find fascinating here is how you've had to work around the structure.
Well, we can go and look at the area where we've literally worked around the structure. So here we couldn't remove the beams, so we just took the climbing walls through them. But we couldn't really go all the way to the ceiling because you don't want to be in a situation where you're lowering down onto the beams.
Shall we continue upwards?
Yeah. So we put this staircase in 2013, it's 18 metres high, made out of green oak. When it went in, there were no gaps.
Of course, so it shrinks with age.
It shrinks. It links the very bottom of the wells to the top floor that we call the lofts.
I love this block. How often do you climb here?
3 or 4 times a week.
Okay. Yeah.
But at this time of year, I'll often be climbing on the Outdoor Boulders. So I haven't actually climbed this since it went in.
Are you a slab person or an overhang person?
I'm definitely a slab person. I'm not particularly strong, more technical, always have been. But as I get older, more and more so. Might have a go at this blue. I don't know how that will go. If it's a 4, I'm not going to be able to do it. If it's a 3, I stand a chance.
It's slabs, it's not strength.
Well, yeah, say that. It can still be quite strenuous.
There's something fun about working it out as you go.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, nice. Oh, that looks...
Little dynamic move at the end.
Nice. It's another slab.
Well, that black is supposedly a V2.
Okay.
But that's your starting handhold.
That's okay. I'm nearly there. Sorry, microphone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
This is really scary.
Yay, nice.
That was a little bit... Okay, that had V3 overtones, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
This lot looks so cool.
Interesting bits of structure.
I just want to climb it.
The reason there's a ladder there is because we used to use it as a training area for people doing industrial rope access training.
Oh.
So they would literally go up there and climb along the beam.
Wow.
This rod here is interesting. That goes the whole length of the building. It's basically holding the two ends of the walls together. You see there's a similar one going the other way.
Yeah.
Now they would never have designed it to go across the windows because that's just messy. So the suggestion from our engineers is that when they first fired up the steam engines, the place shook so much, they thought, hang on a minute, we need some extra bracing here.
Yeah.
And they put these extra tie bars in.
I can't help but notice you have maybe a few solar panels.
Yeah, we've got 74 solar panels there.
Does it cover your energy expenditure?
About a quarter of it. 31 kilowatt array, so when it's producing, it produces a lot. This is a timeline that we produced for our 20th anniversary. So we need to extend this. It's kind of fun because it has got some of the photos of the original building. That's the engine house floor with the columns that we saw.
Yeah.
And behind them are the pumping wells. Now we've floored over them, but the wells are still there and in use.
Yeah. It is so quiet in here.
Yeah.
You can really hear the acoustics, the echo of this room.
This is a really nice space. Put a lot of effort into the lighting to make sure that it's nice and light and airy, so you don't feel like you're in a hole in the ground. Oh, yeah. We're 7 meters below ground level now.
It doesn't feel like that. Where is the ground?
Probably about the level of that middle hole. You can see where the water level would have been because it's been tanked up to the white bit, so that's waterproof. This bit would have been underwater and the pumps would have been submerged in this. We were driven by the steam engines up above, pumping the water up and delivering it to London. 2013 we added this, so 12 years ago now.
Was it hard to convert?
Yes. There was no staircase. It had access ladders coming down it. There are 4 discrete wells here which weren't connected, so we tunnelled through between them so they all interconnect. You can see there where we've literally hacked through from one chamber into another. Most of them were empty, but this one was actually full of water. So we had to pump tens of thousands of gallons of water out of this and try and dry it out a bit. Then we constructed a ventilation system, and the ventilation system in these wells is really innovative. It uses the stack effect, so it's a passive ventilation system. There's no fans, no motors, but it draws air in from one end outside the office at the front. The air comes down a duct at the back of this climbing wall into this floor, and it comes out of these grills. And there's a lot of design went into this. It had to be computer modelled to make sure it was going to work. We won a design award for it, actually.
Did you have a lot of prerequisites when you bought it to what you had to keep in?
Well, it was all by discussion with English Heritage.
Yeah.
And it was it's a grade 2 star listed building, so we had to get permission for anything we wanted to alter. We've got 2 more wells. This is where we had to tunnel through between wells 3 and 4, and that really is tunnelling. This was solid brick. The whole building is constructed of millions and millions of bricks.
It feels really air conditioned.
Because we're below ground, the stable air temperature is about 9 or 10 degrees. And it's a little bit warmer than that because we're bringing in outside air.
Yeah.
So it tends to be stable at around 15 degrees down here. And this is great in the summer when it's unbearably hot outside.
Yeah.
The air flows through all of the wells into this one and then out through that window, which takes you into the tower. We put the windows in to kind of give you a sense of where you were going. I wanted to try and create a sense of connection because you can get really disorientated in this staircase.
When I first came, I came down here and it was room after room after room.
Yeah.
And I finally ended up in the pump room. You get a real sense here that this is not somewhere normal.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like climbing.
Go for it.
I'm going to follow and watch your beta. Follow along.
We give these circuits route grades because it's over 20 metres long. It's a great workout.
You can see the curvature of the tower.
That's right, the curved wall of the tower and actually the vaulted ceiling as well. That's a brick vaulted ceiling.
Is that daylight now?
There's an LED lamp above us, but above that, it is actually daylight.
Yeah.
We've got one of these sun pipes. It's just a way of bringing as much daylight as possible into a small space. It's a lens going into a pipe, and then you bring the pipe down into a space that doesn't have any natural daylight, and it spreads out.
Almost got me. Close. As you get tired, technique starts to go out the window for me.
Yeah.
Where's the end?
Back where you started.
Hang on a minute.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, I'm pumped. Oh
Hence the name.
God. Did you have that in your mind when you first?
No, not really. No.
Is it a very happy accident?
I think we built it and then somebody said, I know, we can call it the pump room.
Honestly.
Technically it isn't really where the pumping took place.
Okay.
But it is now.
Yeah. Lastly, my favourite room of the whole centre. Without a doubt, this is my favourite room. It is stunning.
Yeah. Lovely, isn't it?
The ambience, the acoustics, it's quiet.
It's always quiet down here as well, because it's the furthest point from the entrance. It takes people a long time to get here.
I was lost for words.
That's where we just were. That's well 4.
So every time I've come in here, I have never seen that lit up. The reason is, no one was obviously in there.
Yeah, yes.
And I thought it was some secret dark area.
That's the least popular of the wells because it's furthest away. And also it's slabby. Do you want to go up the stairs?
I would absolutely love that. Lead the way.
Okay.
Oh, you're going that way.
Yes.
Oh, now I see where we are. And this is the spiral staircase I've always wanted to go up. It is incredible. This is where we just were a minute ago.
Yeah.
And lights have gone off in that time.
Mm-hmm. To here, from the ground, is about 7 metres.
Yeah.
To there, about 14.
14 metres.
We do, on occasion, use this as an abseil tower. There's a hatch in the top floor, and we can have ropes coming down the middle.
I would absolutely love to do that one day.
Obviously, health and safety warning, the staircase is not regulation height anymore. Right. It might have been in the Victorian times, but it's not anymore.
Okay.
So be very careful you don't topple over.
Okay.
The stairs aren't the same pitch all the way.
Okay.
They get steeper in places. Okay. And there's 2 places where we have to pass below a beam. So watch your head. So
I understand.
Probably best to keep close to the wall. It's more scary coming down than it is going up.
I believe it. Did you have to do much work on the tower?
No, hardly any. Some tiny bits of repairs on the staircase. That would have been a doorway through onto what is now the loft, but it's sealed up now because actually we took the floor away and put a climbing wall past it.
This is the first time I think I've ever said this, but I'm glad I'm not tall.
Yeah,
Camera person has to duck. That is some height.
Originally, there would have been a water tank at the top and a pipe running all the way down the middle. It's about 30 metres high. So they used the pressure to prime the pumps and get them moving. Every feature of this building has a purpose. And it's made to look pretty, but it's there for a reason.
The stairs definitely get steeper. And I see what you mean about the low banister.
Yeah.
People were my height then. This is your rig for abseiling?
Yeah. Actually, open up the floor.
Wow. We're quite high up. I'm going to move away because it's quite high.
These two windows here are attached to our ventilation system.
Okay.
You can see that they've got electronic actuators on them.
Yeah.
So that we can open and close them to increase or decrease the ventilation, because it's this tower that drives the whole ventilation system. Do you want to go to the roof of this?
Is that a question I can say no to? Yes. Okay, my turn. Is that okay to hold?
Yeah.
And this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can stand up here and then you get a good view.
I'm glad I'm a climber. Wow. So we're at the second highest point.
Yeah.
The only thing higher is that tower.
Yeah, you get a good view from here.
We certainly do. I feel so privileged to see this. There was a moment when I looked down at from the top of the tower when we climbed just now, and I just looked down. My heart just started to go, hang on, you're really high up. Odd things happen to your body at height.
Yeah.
VB, this is a VB. Whew, okay, that was probably the scariest bit so far. So we come back here, this is the comp wall, this has memories for me, because a year ago I came here to compete in Blockfest, and it was a huge amount of fun, and I just thought this centre is amazing. But as I turned over there, and I just caught a glimpse of that bookcase moving. And ever since then, I have wanted to come back here and find out what it was.
Yeah, that is in fact a secret passage.
I need to see where it leads. I have no idea.
Okay, you'll have to see if you can figure out how to open the door first.
Puzzles, okay. There's a hinge, so it has to hinge out. If I was a secret bookcase, what would I be? I would be a book that I pull and a lever, because that is classic.
Well done. You have to spot the book that doesn't seem to fit with the rest of them.
This is harder than it looks, because they all look like real books. Okay, these all look solid to me. They're all leaning. I'm looking for a book that's upright.
Managed to test all of them except the right one.
Okay, try again. Okay. Oh. Pull?
Yeah, pull it towards you, the whole thing.
Oh my word. Oh my word. Wow. Is this one of the towers that goes up there?
Yes. And if you look from the outside, there's a conical tower that's at the top of here. You want to go up?
I love that so much.
I mean, it's very dusty.
I'll try not to touch anything.
Now, this used to be a mezzanine to the old cafe, but so the cafe isn't there anymore, so that's closed off.
Wow.
This is an original iron spiral staircase.
I'm incredulous. The view up as well, you have to look up.
It's a strange design, kind of constructed in the way you would construct a masonry staircase, built in at one end and then each one sitting on top of the other. Now we're at the top of the Loft bouldering pool.
I'm going to keep going up if that's all right.
Yeah.
Danger, fragile roof.
Yeah, you're fine, it isn't fragile.
This is absolutely stunning.
There's our flagpole. It's the pride flag.
It's so beautiful. We're on top of the world, quite literally, on top of the castle. This would be my favourite place if I worked here. So which is the tower that we were just in.
And that's that one. And this one, the highest of the three towers, was a chimney. You have to climb to get to the top of that.
Wow. Just as well you were climbing then.
Yes. You can see we've got a rope there because we need to go up for maintenance reasons. We've insulated this roof. This is a very modern roof covering, so that means we effectively don't heat the building at all. Once it's got climbers in it, they just keep the place warm.
This is just amazing. You can see everywhere. You can see the reservoir as well. Without that, this wouldn't be here.
That's right. These are the original skylights here, the cast iron ones. And what we've done is we've just taken the glass out and put a modern system over the top because we didn't want to destroy anything that was original.
I already thought this was an incredible building, and now I'm just blown away by everything.
Well, sadly, it's expensive to maintain, and you can see in places it's starting to deteriorate. We've got some very expensive refurbishment to do over the next few years. Because these things are constructed to look like stone, but it's actually made out of lime render.
When you first saw this building, was it love at first sight?
Not really. When I first saw it, I thought, well, this is an amazing place, but it would be a nightmare to build a climbing centre in it.
Yeah.
Can we just find somewhere that's a bit easier?
Yeah.
But my business partners persuaded me that the building was worth it.
It totally was worth it.
I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Obviously being careful.
Yes.
No lights on this bit. It's just about enough natural daylight from the windows, isn't there?
I am so glad I didn't hallucinate that.
We've got about an acre of garden here.
Wow.
So you've got figs, grapes, kiwi over there on the far buttress. We get good crops off all of those.
What do you do with all the produce?
We sell some of it locally to cafes and restaurants. Some of it we sell to customers.
Why did you decide to grow produce here?
A big part of our sustainability project, really. A lot of people think about sustainability and being environmentally friendly. The first thing people think about is energy and solar panels. But a lot of people forget about the embodied energy in food. A huge amount of greenhouse gases are produced by agriculture. So local, organically produced food makes a huge difference to your carbon footprint. So this is a roundhouse that we constructed. This is built by volunteers. It's made out of chestnut. It's got this reciprocal roof, so there's no column holding up the middle. Oh. Each one sits on top of the other, and it's retained by this ring beam that's created here with more of the chestnut. We did actually get a structural engineer to make sure that we got all the sizes right.
Yeah. Whose idea was it to make it?
Oh well, it's mine. Because I've been to see a lot of these organic farming projects, and I like to bring ideas in. This has got a turf roof. Again, natural materials. What it does is protects it. Otherwise, you'd have to use tiles or timber planks or something.
Yeah, I didn't realise the sustainability theme went into every little detail.
At the end of the day, nobody sees the solar panels on the roof, but everybody can come out here and enjoy it. So these are fruit and nut trees. We've got apples, pears, plums, hazelnut, raspberries, gooseberries, loganberries, red currants. A bit later in the year, I do delight in coming in and having my breakfast out of the garden.
Yeah.
We don't encourage customers to do that, otherwise it would all disappear.
Yeah,
it's one of the perks of the job. Oh, and there's the beehives. We're practicing natural beekeeping.
I can see them. I won't go in.
You can see them going in and out there.
They are very busy, aren't they? Do you have honey for sale?
We do harvest some honey, but we don't harvest a lot because you need to leave the bees with enough. I mean, if you're doing it commercially, you steal all their honey and feed them sugar.
But you're not doing it commercially, you're doing it just to be good to the bees.
Yeah, exactly. But because we're practicing natural beekeeping, they do swarm. But I think we're possibly the only indoor climbing centre, certainly the only one I know of, where part of the duty manager's training is to what to do when we get a swarm of bees.
That is a very unusual job role, I must say.
Let's keep going because I could talk about this all day. Oh yeah, sorry, no, we have to do this as well, even if it doesn't go in the video.
Yeah.
We process our own compost, so any food waste from the cafe goes in here, and then you turn the handle. It's a massive helical screw, and what it does is it forces its way along the tube.
Yeah.
You'll see some will come out the other end. It's a hot composter. It's about 60 to 70 degrees, so it composts really fast. These are the mini plots. They're just 1 metre by 2 metres squared. Staff, customers and local people can use them like a mini allotment.
Yeah.
The pump room is under there. We insulated it and put a green roof on it. That's the entrance to the tower, just under them.
So we've made it through the entire castle and we've walked through the gardens and we've ended up at what is arguably most people's favourite part of the centre, the 3 outdoor boulders.
Yeah, no, it's great, isn't it?
It's a smile on your face. I'm desperate to climb something again. I'm not used to topping out, so actually I might drop down a grade.
Yeah, sure. We have made sure on this set that the top outs aren't too scary.
Let's try this. Not a graceful top out, but I'm here. These outdoor boulders are just like the icing on the cake to me. You've got the fantastic centre, and then you've got the 3 outdoor boulders just to top it off, and then you really have everything. So you've got outdoor bouldering as well.
Well, for us it was about making the most use of the garden that we could. We installed these in 2013. But they're in their second incarnation now, so all of them have been reskinned.
The theme throughout this entire tour that we've had today is very much about sustainability, isn't it? It threads into every little piece of the castle, even down to that turf roof over there. Have you got any plans for the future?
Well, continuing with the sustainability drive, we've still got more to do. The forge is the one area that we've still got room to develop. And then the sequence, as you come into the centre, doesn't work very well. You know, it's developed organically over 30 years. People get lost in the building. We want to move things around and redevelop it a bit so that everything's in more logical order. Maybe when we've done that, we'll stop, but I don't know.
Thank you so much, Steve, for bringing me here and showing me the castle and all its secrets. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Great.
Cheers.